What's up, Loc family? It's your girl Ricole back with another video. Today, I wanted to get into all of the little myths about locks. A lot of different people have a lot of the same opinions about locks. So we have these certain myths going around that people like to stamp true about locks. I wanted to go over some of them with y'all and just kind of discuss and share my viewpoints about them. So let's have a little community discussion in the comments below about these myths. How do you feel about these myths? Let me know in the comments below. First myth is people who have locks
don't wash their hair.
Ew, that's nasty.
Come on.
Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Whoever started this one.
You one crazy ass bitch.
Washing your hair is basic human hygiene. It doesn't matter what hairstyle you have. Shoot, even
Bald-headed people wash their scalp.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, to piggyback off of that one, some people also have the belief that you can only wash your locks when you're getting a retwist.
Psych.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
No.
A lot of us have sensitive scalps. A lot of us have flaky scalps. A lot of us work out a lot. A lot of us sweat naturally. A lot of us can't wait a month to wash our scalp. Like for me in particular, I wash every 2 weeks. I don't miss a week. For one, I have a very sensitive scalp. I work out a lot, so I sweat a lot. And there ain't no way that I'm walking around here with it
Itchy, funky scalp.
I can't do it. So yes, I wash every 2 weeks and I do not retwist. Now what I can say is if you do plan on washing more frequently, and if you're not planning on freeforming, I do suggest separating your roots after every single wash. This will protect you from your locks marrying at the root and it being a complete hassle for when you do retwist. Like for me, I only retwist once every 3 months. If I wasn't separating my roots, my retwists would be
Crazy.
so that's the one thing I will say. If you're washing frequently like I am, stay on top of separating your roots so you don't have to go through the hassle when you are retwisting. So to wrap up that myth, we absolutely wash our locks. We wash our locks just like
You wash your hair.
it's all hair. It all requires cleanliness. So no, people with locks aren't dirty, they don't stink, and mind you, my hair smells good.
Delicious.
A lot of people with locks smell delicious. You'd be surprised. Now, I'm in no way telling you that the next person with locks that you see, you go up.
And sniff their hair.
Don't do that.
Just take my word for it. We smell good. This next myth is locks equals spirituality. Not everyone who has locks is spiritual. Not everyone who has locks has a spiritual story behind their locks. A lot of people have locks for aesthetic. A lot of people have locks for maintenance, convenience. So don't just assume you see somebody with locks that they're this spiritual guru or they have this spiritual story to tell about their locks. Not everybody is spiritual. If you have locks because you're spiritual, fine. If you have locks because you want the aesthetic, fine. If you have locks because you want maintenance, convenience, fine. It's all
Fine.
the next myth is that you have to cut your locks if you don't want them anymore. False. Your locks can be combed out. Now, mind you, it might take
A long time.
I know someone who was combing out their locks and it took them an entire week. Now they were setting a certain amount of time a day aside to comb out their locks, but in total it took them an entire week to do so. On top of that, there is a possibility that you might lose a little length due to a majority of the hair being shedded hair. Now, don't be alarmed when you're combing out your locks and you have,
A mountain of hair in front of you.
like I just said, when you have locks, you don't shed any hair. So of course, when you comb them out, that's all you're gonna see is all of that shedded hair, especially if you had your locks for years. That is normal, so don't be alarmed if you do decide to comb your locks out at some point. A lot of people have this idea that locks are permanent. They're not permanent. They can be undone. they can be combed out. All right, another one of these myths is that locks are resilient. Just like loose natural hair, locks can be damaged if not taken care of properly. So if you're dyeing your locks, bleaching your locks, make sure you know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, seek a professional, because you can damage your locks, which can cause thinning and breakage. Along with dyeing or bleaching, just not caring for your hair properly, period, can cause breakage and damage. Things like retwisting too frequently, which can cause thinning. Things like wearing your hair in tight protective styles too much. There's many factors that could go into your locks being damaged, so don't think just because you get locks that you are exempt from hair damage. It's not the case. Another myth is that locks are maintenance free. Absolutely false. Now, locks may be a little less maintenance than loose natural hair, but locks still require a certain amount of maintenance. For me, I mist my locks every day to ensure that they're moisturized. I wear a bonnet to sleep every night to protect my crown. I do detoxes to ensure that I don't have any dry scalp buildup. As I stated before, I wash every 2 weeks. On top of that, I have curly ends, so I maintain my ends every 2 weeks. Some people brush their locks on occasion to reduce lint and buildup, which I feel like I might start doing myself. I've also heard that brushing your locks keeps them from wanting to marry at the root. I don't know how credible that is because I've never tried it, but I do hear it a lot. And then of course, the very usual maintenance, which is retwisting. So again, don't think just because you're starting your lock journey that you're free from maintaining your hair. No, you may maintain your hair a little less, but you still need to maintain and make sure your hair is healthy, make sure your hair is moisturized, make sure your scalp is healthy. You still need to be taking care of your crown. Some things that I like to do personally is mist with a rose water and vegetable glycerin mix on the daily. Now when I'm doing this, I'm focusing on my locks. But on occasion, when I do feel like my scalp is getting a little dry, I'll use my rose water and glycerin mix on my scalp as well. And then after, I'll apply my oil to my scalp.
Hello? Hello?
And I do the same with maintaining my curly ends. I mist them with rose water as well, and on occasion, I'll refresh with some conditioning mousse. Alright, the next and final myth is that you can reduce frizz with scissors. Now, by all means, if you hate your frizz, if you don't enjoy your frizz, palm roll your locks. There's methods that you can practice for the base of your lock to help reduce the frizz. But please, don't use scissors. Now, I ain't your mama. You can do what you want, but using scissors can cause thinning, which then will lead to breakage. If you're a person who uses scissors and you've never encountered breakage or thinning,
Hallelujah.
good for you. I'm happy for you. But I have heard cases of people using scissors to cut off their frizz, and later on down the line, their end result is very thin, delicate locks. For me, I love the frizz. I embrace the frizz. I don't palm roll when I retwist. I don't touch the base of the lock when I retwist. I simply retwist my roots, and that is all. Some people aren't there yet. Some people don't enjoy the frizz. That is fine. But like I said, palm roll or see a loctician who can help you maintain your frizz. All right, y'all. That was it for that one. We went over a few myths that float around in the lock community. Let me know your take and how you feel about any of those myths down in the comments below. Let's get a nice healthy discussion flowing. And again, let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. I came up with this topic because I saw a reel on Instagram that was talking about a few of them, and I wanted to share my own opinion. So help me out with some ideas in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll do my best to bring those to life for you. I'm so grateful for you all subscribing and tuning in. I can't thank you enough, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.